Sorry it took a while to get on. I was looking for a comment that someone made. The reason why I'm doing this live stream today. Happy New Year to the audience. Please be safe if you're going to be out traveling this weekend to celebrate the festivities of the new year. This is a comment someone posted to my channel under the video pertaining to CANDUS BLY'S many lies about Summer's shaved head. This was posted 1 hour ago. I only listened to first few minutes of this and stopped. I recall one time she said his was shaved due to head lice. Have you ever had a problem like that? Because it's embarrassing for most parents, even though the kids usually come home from school with them. But not think about this and to broadcast the story only changes because she was cause for disappearance was just wrong. I honestly don't know if she was involved with disappearance, but some things being said by people on YouTube is downright stupid and ignorant. So I don't know if you're referencing this to me as being stupid and ignorant. Ma'am, sir, Robin Bosch, 5748 at Robin. You were speaking to a Robin in this commentary. Let me say this, because like I told people pertaining to true crime, I don't like arguing about what happened to somebody's child, husband, wife, brother, or whomever. I'm entitled to my opinion. And first of all, no, I haven't dealt with head lice because I wash my hair. I wash my hair. I keep my body clean. As for my own child, his hair was washed and he stayed clean. How about that? If you're referencing me, because I don't really know what you're talking about in that comment. And it's not to be rude, but I get really aggravated at some of the commentary as if you know what happened. So we're both ships sailing in the night pertaining to Summer Wells. Let me make this clear to you and whoever else. You don't know no more than what the fuck I know. How about that? You don't know what happened June 15th, June 14th, June 13th, May. Hell, we go all the way back to March. How about that? Who shaves a child's head down because they have head lice? I'll wait. You're going by the version of what she said. So guess what? So that's version number 4. How about that? Why would you be shaming that your child had a head lice? You know how you live. You know how you're navigating in your house. Whether the child caught it at school or over here, over there, she wouldn't have even been in school at 5 because 5 years old starts kindergarten in most states. So she would have been coming out of pre-start, head start at 5 in the month of June. Why not just tell the truth? I cut her hair because I wanted to cut it. The only reason I can see a person cut a child's hair is for, I don't really have a reason, quite frankly. Because I've never heard of cutting a little girl's hair down short like that. Head lice or no head lice. Oh, let me enlighten you. They have treatment for lice. Did you not know that? They have over-the-counter treatment for a child with head lice. And she never had long hair. So I don't think it would have been so too extensive to treat her hair if indeed she had head lice, ma'am, sir, whoever you are. The point of the story is that there are too many versions about Summer Wells. That's the point. And the versions come from the parents. You must have missed that part of the live stream. And the other live streams I've done. And all the other news broadcasts that were done. And all the live streams on YouTube. How the fuck are we ignorant? Don't group me in a category if that's what you were implying, because I'm not stupid and I'm not ignorant. Ignorant is believing two people that keep spinning different webs about a child. That's ignorant. Because I'm not going to sit here and believe these two people on any level pertaining to her or the boys or anybody else. Because when you start spinning different stories about your own child who is currently missing, why am I going to sit here and believe anything that you said? That makes no logical sense. So now there are 4 versions pertaining to why her head was shaved. Summer wanted that hairstyle. The mother shaved her head, so Summer wanted it. That's 2. Head lice, 3. Her hair was chopped off from where she cut it, the child, and the mother went over it. That's 4. Then she added the boys also cut their hair down, which we saw one of the boys on a live news feed with the father. He had a head full of hair. That's the oldest boy, if I'm not mistaken. So you see, I've done my homework. And as for somebody else in the comment section, I'm getting the timelines confused. No, I'm not getting any timelines confused because first of all, I wasn't there June 15th. So it's nothing that I'm confused about. I throw that out there lightly saying, I'm so confused. That's the queen being dramatic, basically saying, I don't give 2 fucks about what they done said. How about that? See, I'm not no gullible guppy. I've been on top of this dirt 52.5 years. Next month, I'll be 53. You think I got to 53 by believing bullshit? I have not. See, everybody keeps doing what I keep saying. You keep repeating shit that Don and Candace said. But then you want to get mad because somebody is not believing the bullshit. I don't have to believe it. How about that? You think the news just made up all these different versions about why the little girl's head was shaved? 4 versions running about the head shave. And you want to say all these YouTubers, they making up stuff. Yeah, there are some YouTubers that make up stuff. They pass gossip. They share all these conspiracy theories without a receipt and put their stamp on it. I don't do that. I give my opinion and I say, well, it could be true, it could be not. I don't know. I've never claimed to say what happened to her. But I go by statistics of filicide in this country, and most children are killed by their parents, point blank. That has nothing to do with Angela. That has nothing to do with YouTube. That's a fact. Let me say it again. 450 children are murdered each year by their mother. That's an FBI stat. It's not gossip. It's not a conspiracy theory. And the fact you want to sit up here and talk about everybody on the grift, well, why the fuck are you even listening to YouTube? How about that? See, that's what's wrong with a lot of you. You complain. You don't like what Susie's saying. You don't like what Dick is saying. But you steady watching YouTube videos about somewhere else. So if you have a problem with people making up stories about her, they won't support her parents, they're on the grift, they're trying to get money, then you should stay your ass off of YouTube. How about that? What's the problem? I'm going to keep saying this. I do not believe one word from the parents because I don't have to. And once I hear news reports of different versions of where the child was, inside, outside, why her hair was shaved, who in they right mind gonna tell me what the fuck I should believe? You need to take this bullshit up with Candace and Don. That's what you should do. Oh, I'm not saying I believe them. I ain't saying that the mama had anything to do with it, but the stuff that people saying on YouTube is just ignorant. Oh, really? Well, like I said, I'm not your average YouTuber, and I'm not about to be classified as an average YouTuber because I don't rock like a lot of YouTubers rock, and I don't do what other YouTubers do. Because one thing I don't do is sit up and spread rumors about what happened to a child. I give my opinion saying, this is what I think happened to her. Here is a possibility, but I don't put my stamp on anything because I know anything is possible. But I go by statistics. I go by what I've seen, what I've heard, what I've witnessed personally in life. That's usually how people form their opinion. So you don't make any sense to say you don't like what people are saying on YouTube about Candace and Summer, but yet you're commenting under the video. Then don't listen. You think I'm gonna lose some sleep? Because last I checked, you don't pay no bills at this address, and don't nobody pay no damn bills at this address. How about that? Yeah, I'm fired up. I'm on one because I'm sick of the versions. Just like you want me to believe something about Candace and Don, I don't have to. And that's my opinion, and that's my right. And I'm not going to never believe a person when they have spun different versions, because there's no reason to make up stories about her hair or where she was, or she was inside, she was outside. That shows me that you have something to hide. And if you don't have anything to do with the child's disappearance, you don't have any reason to be making up all these different damn stories. So how the fuck is that a problem that pertains to Angela? Please help me understand. Thousands of comments I just went through on my computer. I ask random questions. I give out polls. You think what you want to think. You believe what you want to believe. But you don't tell me how the fuck I should think. If I think they did something to her, that's my prerogative. That's my opinion. And until I get a receipt, I'm not stamping nothing. And if you're so aggravated by YouTube and the content in the queue, don't open the video. You people act like somebody is standing inside of your living room with a gun telling you to open the YouTube queue and search the engine of Summer Wells. You don't have to like nothing about what I'm saying up here. I do not care. But what I'm not going to do is feed the masses for likes and views, since you think everybody's on the grift. Baby, this is a money business up here. Whether I bring a receipt to this channel about anything I talk about, somebody's going to always have a problem, because that's just the way it is. I've seen people comment and they mad just because you're talking about the story. You don't even have to really give your opinion. You could just read what the news said, and they're mad. Why are you talking about that? You don't know what happened. Like I told a man years ago, when a woman went in Chicago, outside of Chicago, and shot up a cigar bar, I told him, maybe you don't know your friend, because he got murdered in that bar. You don't know why he got murdered. But you mad because I make a video about the woman asking, why did she kill the people in the bar? I asked what I want to ask. It was breaking news, so I made a video about it. When people go missing and people get killed, people do ask why. Why did they do that? Why did they kill them? Why did they shoot all those kids in the school? What's wrong with asking why? I don't have to agree with the crime. I don't have to condone the crime. But I can ask why. This is my message today to all these little busybodies that want to assume stuff from a video. Had these people took care of their children, let me make this clear to this person in this comment box. If these people had took good care of their children, number one, they wouldn't have had no head lice if they did have it. How about that? If they caught it from another person outside of their house, all you have to do is go to the pharmacist and get some over-the-counter medicine and treat the child's hair, saturate the hair, and the head lice will go away. Matter of fact, treat all your children, and so they don't catch the head lice. What is it you don't understand about that? The fact that these people live the unsavory lifestyle, that doesn't have anything to do with YouTube. That doesn't have anything to do with Angela. The fact that their children are gone, that don't have anything to do with YouTube either. because we don't know the Wells. And these people were jacked up, present tense, before we ever heard their government name, before we ever heard the child was missing, before the little boys got placed in the state's care. So you need to check yourself. Trying to tell somebody how the hell they should think about two misfits with 4 children gone. I could care less if Summer Wells had lice in her hair. The point of the video last night is to say, why would a mother continuously make up versions about why the child's head was shaved? I never mentioned the little girl had lice in my video because that wasn't the subject. But since you want to tell me about Queen, I'm going to tell you about you. You don't know what the fuck went on at 110 Ben Hill Road. Nobody knows but the people who live there. And I don't sit up and make videos every day about Rogersville, Tennessee, CANDUS and Don. I don't sit up and make videos about the people that they socialize with. I don't make videos about all the people that knew them and they're on YouTube talking. So when you categorize somebody's sugar, you need to omit Big Ange, if that's where you were taking your comment. Because most of the things on YouTube about Summer Wells has nothing to do with her. It's about all the outsiders, the people that fraternize with Don and Candace. You haven't heard one child go to YouTube that was 5 years old saying, hey, I knew Summer, I used to play with her. Let me spin you a story about Summer Wells. It's all grown people talking. And I don't participate in that nonsense. What other YouTubers do, that's their business. But I'm sick of hearing about what Pookie said, Ray Ray said. I'm sick of people talking about what another YouTuber said, Don said, Candace said. I am not interested in another YouTuber's content because it's a version coming from the parents who I believe has something to do with the disappearance of their child. So why would I give 2 fucks? Because I don't. For the last time, I don't know what happened to Summer Wells. I don't know why her head was shaved. I don't know if she was alive when she made it home. I don't even know that she made it home. I don't know what she was wearing. I don't know if she went in the basement or she was outside. She went down the trail. She went down to the driveway. I'm not confused about a damn thing. Let me make that clear. You are confused because you're listening to the bullshit the parents are putting out and what they're telling these YouTubers. I don't give a fuck about what they're talking about because I know 9 times out of 10, they are behind her disappearance. So why would I give a fuck about what they done said on a live stream? I don't. Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you, honey. Bringing you the real. I'm the realest on the block. And how I navigate on YouTube is how I navigate in life. I tell anybody, bring me a receipt. I don't want to hear all that he said, she said stuff. That's the very reason why most people don't follow my content, because they want somebody who's going to follow the masses. I'm not a follower. I'm not getting ready to make up anything about that little girl. I'm not getting ready to make up anything about her parents. This is a commentary channel. It's a frank commentary channel. Read the description in the video. I give my opinion. It is not to say that what I believe is the truth. It's my opinion. But what I'm not going to do is believe every damn thing that Don and Candace has to say and argue with somebody about what the fuck they said. Why would I believe a person who has made up 12 different versions about where the hell the little girl went on the 15th of June? Inside, outside, shoes on, shoes off, shaved head because she wanted it, shaved head because she had lice, shaved head because I shaved her hair. It's either one or the other. So you believe what you want to believe about June 15th. I don't care. Because there's no receipt to what happened June 15th, if indeed the child went missing on that day. And if you believe it happened beforehand, her disappearance, then that means Boy H is a liar. And I can't see him making up the day of when he was last with her. Because by now, somebody would have already put H on blast to say, you weren't with her on the 15th. One's going to say, well, who would that person be to contradict his version? Law enforcement. And they have told us nothing. As I said in my live last night, they may actually have something on these people, but they want a warm body or they need remains. And at this point, Summer Wells wouldn't be whole, so they'll be looking for remains. And maybe that's what's happening here. TBI in Hawkins County wants remains to go before a grand jury to secure an indictment. See, we don't know because they don't say anything. And a lot of times we've learned with true crime cases, they do have something on the person or persons. And all that time that everybody was bickering and arguing and fussing and going off, the people who they thought was involved was, or maybe not, but they have a suspects in mind. They just have not told us. Yes, we've heard about that, Venus. The group, I saw pictures off of somebody's page, and a lot of the girls had their hair shaved on one side, and I thought that was strange. But then the flip side of that is, that's a hairstyle that we wore back in the 90s. One side longer than the other, one side chopped off. I thought maybe it's just something they do up there in those parts. I don't know. That's the whole point of the story. I don't know what people do because I'm not running around trying to find out why they got their head shaved on one side. Why are there a bunch of girls in a picture? Because that came out back when this story broke, of some guy who posted all these pictures of young girls with their hair shaved off on one side. And one could say, well, he knew these little girls, he's friends with their parents. I wasn't about to just say, oh yeah, he's a child molester, he's a pedophile, because he's got pictures of little girls on his Facebook page. Because many people have been wrong in accusing people. And somebody might say I'm wrong for saying that the parents did something to the little girl. But I'm going by what they're bringing to the public. And if all you bring to the public are lies and different stories, then why would I believe anything that you have said? That's common sense, whether a child is missing or not. If I met somebody today and they kept giving me different stories about a certain situation, why would I believe truthful? That's common sense. Because as they say, if you lie about one thing, you lie about another. And if you lie about mundane things, such as shaving her hair, a haircut, you definitely would lie about what happened to a little girl. How you don't understand that? There's no reason for all these stories to be out here about a child being inside the house, outside the house. Shoes on, shoes off. And if she was embarrassed because she cut the little girl's hair because of lice, all she had to do was just tell the truth. Yes, I cut her hair because she had lice. It was real bad, so I cut all her hair off. That's the end of the story. Now, you don't have to spin no more webs about why the hair was cut short. So in the end, when you've got all these different versions, you don't know what's the truth to why the child's head was shaved. And I don't have to have had lice to empathize with somebody that had hair lice. But I know hair lice comes from being filthy. Pubic lice comes from being filthy. How about that? So you don't tell me how I should feel about somebody that's walking around here nasty and they're spreading lice around, sitting on people's furniture, car seats, doctor's offices. I'm supposed to have empathy. Yeah, I feel bad for a child, but I'm not going to feel bad for a grown-up with hair like that. You must have had hair lice for you to get so offended. Exactly. If it's the truth, there's only one version. I know that children get hair lice. They get it from kids at school because they're playing with children in the daycare, schoolhouse. I've never heard of anybody cutting all their kids' damn hair off because the child got lice. I haven't even been around anybody that child had no hair lice. Because most black people, and it's not to be racist, we don't get hair lice. And I'm not saying some black children never had lice, but what I'm saying is I don't hear of it. Because our hair builds up its own natural oil. And naturally, white hair can build up oil too if it's not washed. Say it again, Queen. White hair builds up oil as well when it has not been washed. So check yourself when you come over to this playhouse talking about head lice and how I should feel and have I ever dealt with it. You're not making any sense because you're acting like you actually know what happened to Summer Wells, and you act like you know the truth to why the child's head was shaved. And if you've been following this case, you would have already known the mother has given many versions about what happened to the child's hair. So you shouldn't get offended because of a video I made. And I'm just telling you right now, this is why I don't like talking about Summer Wells, why I didn't like talking about the West Boys, because people get all riled up and fucked up over some fucking cow shit that raises kids, when you should be more concerned about the damn children and where they are. But you're too busy trying to uphold the parents and then say, oh, well, I don't know if they did anything or not. Well, then you should shut up. Because you don't know if they're involved or not. But the truth needs no explanation, and the truth never changes. It never deviates. And if these people are going to YouTube spinning these versions, since you want to blame everybody on YouTube for the disappearance of Summer Wells, and everybody's grifting, why you can't take a look at the parents? Those were their children. The children don't belong to YouTube. Nobody told them to get a whole baby gone. Nobody told them not to try to get the boys back. So honey, you beating a dead horse. The gist of the story is that a whole girl is gone and 3 boys are in foster care. And why the children were removed, I do not know. Why the child is gone, I do not know. But I know there's something suspicious with her parents, and that's my opinion. Because for the last time, you don't need 15, 20 versions of June 15th. And when you get an attitude about what people are saying in a video pertaining to somebody appearing to be a liar, that means there's something wrong with you. Because there's no way that all these news stations made up these versions. I've brought a receipt to this channel. And it wasn't one YouTuber speaking in the audio that I played. It wasn't a commenter from the chat. It wasn't a street interview. It was from reputable news stations who spoke to CANDUS BLY. So you want to get a fucking attitude about the rumors pertaining to Summer Wells, you need to go holler at Don and CANDUS. Because that's who's put out the rumors about the hair. Where she was. What she was wearing. Swimming hole, no swimming hole. Helping the mother with a knee brace. Child went in the house. Child was outside. Child didn't have no shoes on. Took a run, took a walk. So you want to say everybody made that up. Everybody's lying on CANDUS BLY, but don't nobody know her from a can of paint. You see, this is the very reason why shit jumped off on 110 Ben Hill Road in the first place. Because of people like that. Thank you, Raymond girl. Thank you, honey, for the super chat. Thank you, sweetie. Enablers. All the people that walked by that house, hung at that house, ate with them, drank with them, you all saw what was going on in that house. And most of you probably never called DHS and never called the police to say these people were mistreating their children and the children weren't getting their needs met. And I get it. The system is not going to always remove children, as I've told the chat before. The state of Tennessee don't remove children because the house is filthy. Because we have been in some people's houses that were just outright nasty. It's up to the worker and the supervisor to decide if they want to remove a child or not. Not Angela. Not Pookie, not Ray Ray, not Bubba. Not a YouTuber. $69 viewing, God is good. I'm not gonna hold you, but I wanted to clear my chest, and I hate popping off right before the new year, but I'm gonna go ahead and clear my throat because why not? Some of you need to think before speaking. Because I went through an array of comments just now, and damn near every comment is from a version by CANDUS and Don. So that should tell you something right there. So for those that's worried about people gossiping and making up shit about them and making up stuff about Summer, Boy H, whoever, these people started this. They put this version out to the public and to the news and to the YouTubers. Not Angela. Let me say it again. The versions that were to the news are by CANDUS and Don, not Angela. So if you have a problem with Summer Wells' content, CANDUS, Bly, Don Wells' content, I say you go mosey your ass over to YouTube settings and see if you can reach somebody at a 1-800 number and voice your concerns there. Or better yet, mosey your ass on down to Arkansas and have a chit chat with Don and CANDUS, and you ask them why they shaved their little girl's head and see if you get an answer and if you believe the version that they give you this round. That's my version, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you for joining me. Happy New Year. If you want to donate to this great network, $Angie 129 Cash App. God is good. Justice for Summer Wells. Justice for her brothers. Through God, all is possible. And he's got this. 2.5 years in, he will reveal the truth on his time and his time only. Thank you for listening. Flawed Excel.